What is up, everybody? RandomRandomMan here, bringing you my review for Southside with you. Now, the plot basically takes place in the summer of 1989 in Chicago and follows a young Michelle Robinson, played by Tika Sumpter, a young lawyer meeting with an associate she works with for a meeting that they are going to both attend. Who is that associate? Well, that associate is Barack Obama, played by Parker Sawyers. Going into this movie, I was quite interested by the simple concept alone, as this is a movie about the Obama's first date. That wasn't supposed to be the case at first, though, as Michelle constantly makes it clear that these are just two co-workers spending the afternoon together. With the performances in this movie, I can definitely say they are on point. Tika Sumpter does an excellent job as a young Michelle Robinson, portraying her with a sense of ferocity and grit, because in the current situation she is in at this point in time of the plot, we see that she is a young black woman striving to become a successful lawyer, and how she has a lot on herself to really display. Parker Sawyers as Barack Obama, he really nails this real life person. He didn't do a full-on impression of Barack. It would have been way too easy and frankly a bit corny for Parker to just go around and act like Obama, like the eloquent speaker that he is. But I liked how he never gave up trying to win over Michelle's heart throughout the entire movie, especially since they have amazing chemistry together. The chemistry is not immediate. Once again, Michelle does not want to think that the get-together with her and Barack is a date, but as the movie does progress, you see something blossom between these two. The writing and directing in this movie is also really well portrayed on screen. Richard Tan both wrote and directed this movie, and I thought his vision for how he went about showing off the Obama's first date was very nice, small, and just really contained. And that's what I appreciated about this movie, as it didn't try to do much more than show off how the current first couple got together and fell in love. This goes along with the dialogue, very snappy dialogue, very riveting dialogue that we get between Michelle and Barack going off of each other throughout this film. And just what they even do was really interesting. They go and visit an art museum in downtown Chicago, and me being from Chicago, I did recognize where they went in the first place. Basically, every Chicagoan has been to that art museum. They go to a community meeting, which is why they even met up in the first place. They go to a screening of Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing, reinforcing how this movie takes place in the summer of 1989. And finally, they go get ice cream and they share their first kiss. Now, from what I've just described, it sounds like I've outright spoiled the entirety of this movie, but keep in mind, this movie is based on a real-life event, and you can more or less go and read up about it and see what happened on the Obama's first date anyway. It's what the movie does with itself in putting it all together, in using the chemistry with our two lead actors and the excellent writing that makes it really engaging to me. This is nothing more than just a date movie, really, but I feel what it did in going about itself made me taken aback by it. The movie was very well shot. We got a nice look at Chicago. This movie was filmed in Chicago to give itself more authenticity. The music in this movie I quite enjoyed too. The original score I loved, and how subtle and ambient it was in the background of scenes in this movie. There are even several songs from the 1980s sprinkled into the mix to reinforce its setting. I just felt like this movie all came together really well. This movie runs at a pretty short running time, 80 minutes about. Yes, this movie is about 80 minutes long, which is really short, but I have to kind of commend the movie to keeping itself really small in scale and really concise with how it all comes together. That could be an issue to me. I guess the only issue I really have with this movie is that we didn't see more of the Obama's first date, but I don't think the movie should have been stretched out much longer than it should have been, because then there would have been padding shown and the movie would have started to drag. All in all, this is a small and accomplished take on the Obama's first date that gives us fantastic performances from its two leads, writing and direction, which is terrific throughout. and I absolutely dug the whole look and production design of this movie through and through. Now we're reaching the final months of Obama's presidency. In fact, in about 2 months, we're gonna elect our new president based on the two candidates running for office right now. But I thought it was just very nice to see how Obama and Michelle came to be romantically, and setting aside his political views, I personally always thought that Obama was a very charismatic guy. Same with Michelle and how she is very outgoing as the First Lady. It was just such a treat to see how these two came to be on their very first date, and in the form of a movie, I loved it. I highly recommend this movie. It is right now one of my favorite movies of the year. My final verdict for Southside with You is 4.5 out of 5 stars. Thank you all, as always, for watching. Be sure to like this video, comment on what you thought of Southside with You, subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll catch you on the next movie review.